Confused about the cosmos? Can't tell a planet from a star? Then give us just 5 minutes and we'll show you what they are. Jack Horkheimer, Stargazer, director of the Miami Space Transit Planetarium, tells you all about the night sky and the biggest show of all, the universe. And now this week's episode.
Earth's farthest from the sun this week, and the two largest planets light up morning skies. Greetings, greetings, fellow stargazers, and yes, believe it or not, this week our Earth is actually farther from the sun than any other time of the entire year. In fact, on Monday, July 3rd, our Earth was at its absolute farthest distance from the sun for the year, being 94,512,258 miles away, which is over 3 million miles farther away than it was when it was at its closest on January 3rd, when it was only 91,400,005 miles away. So, if we're farther away from the sun in July than in January, why isn't it cooler in July than in January? Well, it is, if you happen to live south of the equator in the southern hemisphere. But we live north of the equator in the northern hemisphere. And because our Earth is tilted 23.5 degrees to the plane of its orbit, our northern hemisphere is tilted directly toward the sun in July. And it's the sun's more direct rays that make our northern hemisphere warmer in July than in January, even though our Earth is 3 million miles farther away in July. And be thankful, because if our Earth were 3 million miles closer in July, summers in the northern hemisphere would be absolutely unbearable. So when you're out sweating in the heat this month, remember, it could be a lot worse. And now, something for those of you who are getting up in the morning before sunrise, especially those of you who are out camping on vacation. We have the two largest planets brightly shining just before sunrise in pre-dawn skies. Simply look east before dawn any morning for the next few weeks, and you will see brilliant 88,000-mile-wide Jupiter about a third of the way up the sky from the horizon. And up and to its right, the ring planet, 75,000-mile-wide Saturn. Right now, Jupiter and Saturn are in front of the stars of Taurus the Bull. And you can see Taurus' brightest star, the giant red star Aldebaran, which marks his fierce eye. And although Aldebaran looks much dimmer than Jupiter or Saturn, it is only because it is so much farther away. In fact, Aldebaran is so huge, it could hold 38 million Jupiters or 64 million Saturns, because it is almost 30 million miles wide. And if you have really dark skies and look before it starts to get light out, you may even be able to see the 7 daughters of Atlas riding on the shoulder of Taurus, the stars we call the Pleiades, the 7 sisters. To find them, simply imagine that the Pleiades and Jupiter and Saturn are all the points of a little triangle, with the Pleiades at the top. And if you have a telescope, why not use it some summer morning to show an excited child the wonder of the Pleiades close up, the dark bands around Jupiter's equator, and the magnificent rings of Saturn, a sight you and a child will never forget. So, out with you under these July skies, and enjoy the fact that even though it's hot out, it would be a heck of a lot hotter if we were as close to the sun right now as we were last January. I'm Jack Horkheimer. Keep looking up. Be the first in your galaxy to own it. The brand new Stargazer home video, Make the Stars Your Own. Only $19.95 plus postage and handling.
Jack Horkheimer's Stargazer is brought to you in part by Orion Telescopes and Binoculars, tools for discovering the planets, moon, and stars right from your own backyard. Orion has been serving stargazers since 1975.